Alright, recording started. I'm about to hit the start streaming button. Alrighty. If this is up and running. Okay. Hit test volumes. Alright. Probably also start in with some music. Oh shoot, the way this is set up, I can't tell if that music's coming through to Twitch, but first trying the new setup, so we'll give it a shot. Alrighty. Well, gonna be a pretty chill morning. Welcome back, welcome back. This is Mariello Makes. Got my coffee in a Big Thunder Mountain Railroad mug. Probably gonna be the most exciting thing. I know that's probably not the best introduction, but it's gonna be a fairly chill one. This is one of the new Star Wars sets that just came out May 4th, based on the Grogu escape. Was that a flashback from Mandalorian? Goodness gracious, I need to brush up on the countless shows, but we got Keller and Beck. Oh, put that in there. A little lineup of figures here. Keller and Beck, played by the guy who did Jar Jar Binks. He is such a badass in the scene that this occurs in. I'm excited to see the print, because he's got some special neck attire. It looks like it might be gold. 250 first, of course, enacting the wonderful Order 66. Wonderful being sarcastic there. I guess it depends on what side you fall on. This is interestingly one of the few Coruscant sets that I know of. The other one is a gunship that came out, I want to say the beginning of this year. It's the red gunship that comes with Palpatine and Padme, and I think 3 clone kind of shock trooper Coruscant Guard style red and white. And I know the internet has been going ablaze. That is our first bit right there, that little lamppost. Our first bit of Coruscant architecture turned into quite the meme. But regardless of that lamppost, we're going to focus on the full set. Start by opening. I see, there you go. Couldn't get that second tab to pop. Get that out of here. There we go. Oh, hello, Soundbites. Welcome to the chat. Glad you can hear the music. Hopefully not too loud. Christmas trees, of course. Have yourself a merry viewing experience. Play a little ball and cup here with our bags. Interestingly enough, oh my goodness. Is this? I really hope this isn't the, oh my goodness. This is the lamppost. Lamppost gets its own thing. Alright. We've got a sticker sheet, which honestly feels a little weird. We're also trying out autofocus. Ah, there we go. Autofocus for the first time. It's a weird lens on this camera, but it looks like it's doing all right. Not too many stickers, which is good, but it's a rather small set. Then again, you know, keeping a press plate or a pad plate for the printing for just like a couple of lines. Might be a bit odd. I guess we'll see where the rest of them are. It does look like, though, at the very least, maybe these could have been pad printed, used in other sets. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Okay, so we'll get these bags out of the way. Only one instruction manual. It's one of the really tiny ones, but it's kind of thick, so this is going to be interesting in terms of trying to keep it on the correct page. Slide that sucker up there. Pop open our first bag, which looks like Kelleran Beck, our first boy. First guy to be made. Legs already looking pretty promising with the printing. I'll do some close-ups here in a bit once I get everything open. Staple, yeah, to my desk. Staple gun the instructions to my desk. That's a good point. I'll have to do that as a business write-off, buying a staple gun purely to get these dang things to stay where they are. Okay, probably not going to knoll again. Pretty small set. Once I start getting into the bigger ones, it's going to make a lot more sense to start knolling to make sure that things don't get too confusing. But for now, I'm just going to slap some of this together, see if he's got any sort of unique cape. I'm guessing it's just the brown. Okay, it's at least the nice cloth, the soft cloth. 2 holes there. It's not super stiff like old, well, they still make them, but the old style of stiff fabric, which was the only option back when, oh, goodness. Gotta stay on camera. Back when Star Wars first came to Lego. Okay. Might actually be able to see it better on camera for myself if I can get him to focus. Oh yeah, there's a lot of shiny. I'll figure out that lighting situation. But really nice face print. It's got some jawline stuff going on there. Got his goatee. Very serious expression. Can't have a second face though, because he is bald. Doesn't wear a hood. Very much in the scene. I don't know if you can see that. There's some nice decoration for his robes. He's got a little bit of metallic gold in there. Love to see it. And of course, wouldn't be a Jedi Knight without his trusty laser sword. If I can get it in his hands and it... Oh, but there we go. And, you know, bad cape day. Okay. There we go. Kelleran Beck. How to focus better. There we go. Cool little guy. Oh. Apologies. He gets 2 lightsabers. Boo, you can see? I'm sorry. I'll make sure not to show off anything in the future. God forbid. Okay. Our guy dual wielding now. Maybe out of focus, maybe in focus. Everything. Oh my goodness, he's falling out. He's behind Spotify. It's so complicated. It's so complicated. Okay, there we go. We passed the first test. Page 1 complete. Probably 10 minutes of content right there. And now we can start on the BARC speeder. This is going to be my first BARC speeder from Lego Star Wars. I was kind of out of the Lego scene during a lot of the Clone Wars sets, where most of the BARC speeders ended up coming from. Okay, maybe I should have knolled, because now I'm trying to find the pieces I'm looking for. It would be easier to find if I did so. Alright, okay. I'm going to do a tiny little knoll. Tiny. It's going to be the smallest knoll ever until I find the... Oh, you know what it was? Okay. That little piece there. You gonna focus? Focus? Yeah. So we got the white pieces, right? Got those going. And we got that. Granted, since there's no comparison of what that gray looks like, I was looking for a dark gray. There you go, kind of that color. But in fact, it's light gray. Haha, tricked ya. Okay, so we found the piece. No more need to know. That's the flavor of today. Only know when need. All right. Instruction book already given me some qualms, some problems, some attitude. Yeah, attitude. We'll go with attitude. Okay. We need 2x2s and a whole bunch of headlight bricks. Okay. All right. We can get some snot technology. Of course, being the studs not on top technique. Well, I guess that would be snotata. There's our last one. Haha, see, didn't need to know. Okay, so we got our little jumper box, I suppose. And slap that on there, locking in our light gray ratchet. And then, aha, we're dealing with some darker grays now that we've got that comparison in there. And one of the 1x2 there. So clearly that's going to be the side with the... Not the pram. The pram goes in... The sidecar. This is a sidecar. Just like a old-fashioned real-life motorcycle. But the sidecar, go vroom vroom. Except this one can fly, kinda. Which honestly, the rules... Oops, that's the wrong piece. We need the big boy one, not the short one. Bit of a difference. But yeah, the physics of speeder bikes in Star Wars, maybe they are consistent. They feel a little inconsistent. A lot of times it's a very close to the ground, and then if they go off a cliff, they very rapidly drop. In this scene, he's very much just flying. In some sections, he's just going where no ground exists before. Still a very cool scene. Okay, so we got that bracket on there, really locks stuff in. This thing's already feeling really bulky. Then again, first BARC speeder build, so I do not know how this is in terms of scale. I'll have to go and watch some more Clone Wars. Oh, the pain. That show is great. A lot of the stuff they've been coming out with. Bad Batch. That just concluded. Hooey. No spoilers, but oh my goodness. Oh my dang. Already distracted myself off what step? Okay, we are on step 9. I need 2 of these little bracket guys. How? Oh, there we go. Okay. Extending the structure. A little overhang at a time. I need some nice little inverted slopes with a chunk out of them. These are newer to me coming back to Lego as well. Beforehand, you'd have to just put a full brick tall inverted slope under here, so it'd basically be all the way down here. That just won't do in this day and age. Gotta get the detail in. Alright. Hopefully the garbage truck isn't making too much noise, but I think the microphone is ignoring it. Okay, now we set aside our little chunk. Whatever this ends up being, does seem like it's the back end sort of bulk of the speeder. We're moving on to a big old plate. What do we got? Is a 2x8? I'm not gonna count it, but that looks like that looks like a 2x8. Slap some classic jumpers on there. Grab our vinyl 1x2 plate in white. And we got just full on bulking that out, I guess. Okay. Okay. Oh, that was a very short step. I was expecting something much bigger. Interestingly, we are just precariously, ever so precariously, sticking that on there. Because as a reminder, the only thing holding it on are those two inverted, modified slope thingies, and then that. So I reckon the rest of these pieces is going to make this a lot stronger. Because this isn't a mock. This is an official Lego product. So it's got to be sturdy for play. And right now, I'm not feeling that sturdiness. We'll see. Clone Wars movie equals Anakin hates sand. Oh, yes, the actual movie before the show. That is true. Anakin hates sand and ooh-woo, Padme, let me cut a pear for you. I think that's what happened. Yeah, that poof. A lot of those prequels, I feel, need some stuff trimmed from them. Maybe just replay, just remake them in the Clone Wars style. I know a lot of people are like, ooh, it's a cartoon, so it's for kids. I don't know if you've seen some of the war crimes that they show in that. It's not really for kids. A little in depth. I'll accept there's some of the writing that not super great at times, but it's evolved over the years from being simply for kids. But yeah, episode 2 of the prequels. Anakin hates sand. Wonderful memes come out of that one. The classic one in the field. I believe that's number 2. Where Padme is like, yo, you're not gonna kill anybody, right? He's like, oh, totally, probably not. And she's like, right? Yeah. I gotta figure out how to get memes up on the screen. That's what I need. Anyways, now we're getting some color into the build. This nice dark red, nice burgundy. This isn't the piece we're going for, but hopefully it shows off the... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There we go. Nice dark red. Ooh, love it. Okay, we're going with a jumper. You know what? This is too crowded. Okay, there we go. We're gonna put that right there. We got our dark red jumper, 2 light gray jumpers, and a white jumper, and a 1x1 dark red. Alrighty, we're just stacking them all in there for some centered detail. Our 1x1 on there, and the rest of them, and then bloop, 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 bloop. Okay, and then bloop. Oh my goodness, I already skipped. I'm already skipping. That's what happens when you talk about Clone Wars the movie. Your brain dissolves and you forget what you were doing. Okay. We're stepping back a little bit. Ignore this. We didn't do any of this yet. Not real. Okay, so we got a nice little modified 2x2 slope. We got a 1x2. We got a 2x2 modified plate, a jumper doohickey, and then one of these snot brackets. Very cool. Okay, so we are slapping that on there to give this slope some support. And then this must be the seat, which, oh my goodness, I also did not do that part. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Say it's gonna be a chill stream, and then I just do the most stressful things ever by skipping steps. What have I done? Okay. 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 Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're caught up. Yeah. Because then that's the support I was talking about. Now you can go swoosh wash. Little known fact, I am the official sound source for all Star Wars. Disregard how old I would have to be for that. I'm already regretting the things that I have said. Okay, we're back to the brackets, and look at that. Now we can properly put that on at the correct height. Bam. Boop. Bum. Feels like I just need to manhandle my camera to get things in focus. But, it's actually kind of snappy. This is what we got so far. Looks like I need a light over here. That's over there. There needs to be a light there. The monitor, though. So, if anyone has any ideas, let me know. Maybe some strip lighting. Yeah, nice little bit. I've always liked the longer speeders. Like the Mandalorian's speeder in the show is very cool. It's got that very, like, Orange County chopper, like, long handlebar sort of deal going on. But the BARC speeders are not only long, but kind of bulked out. More meant for, at least they seem to be meant for combat purposes. So they probably have to be a bit more durable. Okay. So now we're moving on to what looks like a fin. Fins are cool. Everybody likes fins. Little known fact, literally everyone likes fins. And if you don't like fins, I apologize for trying to put you into a barrel. A barrel? A box. A barrel box. Sure, why not? And then, there we go. 1x3 brick slope. Nice little fin. And would you look at that? It goes on one of our jumpers. Oh my goodness, it's coming together. Set that aside-ish. We're gonna need one of these. And just wipe it off, make sure it's got no box or bag dust on there. As we are applying our first sticker. Oh, you know what? This small set does not come with a brick separator. Isn't really the end of the world. It just happens to be one of the, I guess, more accurate ways I've found from watching other Lego builders on how to apply these stickers. I just peel it up a little bit, grab the smallest bit of it in the corner. Come on. Just like that. That way you're not getting any oils on the sticky side. Exactly. With a set this big, you just rip the Legos apart with your teeth. You leave all them teeth marks on there and no one wants to steal your Lego. Okay. White goes towards the top. See if I can do this on camera without just getting my head in the way. Ooh. Ooh. And line that up. No idea if that's visible to anybody. Oh, it's like 0.5 millimeter off. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll get it into focus. Warp, warp, warp. There we go. Sticker applied. I mean, this is my biggest problem with stickers. Also, like, the design for this one, why not just give us a tiny red bit? Like, the white sort of matches. The white of the sticker is almost whiter than the brick itself. I don't know if that's coming across on camera. Also, just that weird edge. I guess you could consider that's a panel, yeah, in the used universe with all the teeth marks. The blaster what do they call it? It's carbon scoring from the blaster shots and the teeth marks of the wampas. Sure, there's some wampas in Coruscant now, I guess. Maybe at the Coruscant Zoo. Sticker wise, for color as well, not gonna whoop. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's just, if this becomes a display or ends up going to kids in the future, if I end up donating or have kids, whatever the case, these stickers probably aren't going to still be stuck on here. So it's just going to be like a weird situation. Won't get too caught up on that, because I think for this, it works. It's not a massive sticker. It's just weird that there's white in the sticker. We didn't need the white. Just give us the little red square. I guess knowing where to place it might be a bit of an issue, but heck, if they can use a long 1x plate to help align tiles on Rivendell, kind of built into the set, like, have it where I put, like, one of these underneath, and look at that. It lines up exactly where those studs need to be, right? Come on. Come on. Ooh, gotta, like, really... There you go. See, you could do something like that. Just have the red, and then that weird white bit wouldn't really matter as much. Anywho, rant over for now. Oh, right. We need our 1x1 plate that sits flat. Got a nice shape to it. Alright. Next. Ooh, the underside. I was wondering when we were going to be using these clear boat sliders, whatever the heck they're officially called. But these are the pieces. We won't come up on camera because it's... Oh no, it does. Always used on the bottom of boats. Pretty much anything that needs to slide. Technically, this would be hovering, but I guess you could just slide it around. That is one way to do it. Oh. Okay. That's something. I'm sure the sidecar will help this stay upright, but with the boat studs, we kind of need a kickstand for our scooter now. That's a shame. That must be why it has us throw it off to the side and work on something different now. Turns out the Republic is at the center of a massive animal trafficking ring. I wouldn't be shocked. Yeah. Question is where are they? We never see them in the shows. We never see them in the movies. So they're probably in, like, the core where no sunlight touches. Oof, those are going to be some depressing zoos. We know Wampas are cool. So if you live on Coruscant, I guess you get to see one. That's... Wow. Except for the fact that it seems to have escaped to bite your ship. Yeah, ignore that part. Visit Coruscant. It's the greatest tourist trap in the universe. Unless you're Jedi after a certain time period. You know. Okay. Now we're on to... Looks like the base of the sidecar. And we're starting out with a piece that I had not yet seen. I don't know when this type of tile started coming out, but it's like it's an inverted tile. Like, okay. So, yeah, this is gonna be the closest we got. We got a normal tile, right? It's got anti-studs on the bottom, nothing on the top. Nice and smooth. It's good for making, you know, nice flat structures, really clean. Inverted tile has actual studs, because it's meant to go on the bottom of things. Whoops. The bottom of a plate to smooth it off. There's also square ones that I see one YouTuber, Cheesy Studios, you should check him out, very awesome, doing a lot of Minecraft mocks, and he uses a bunch of those tiles on the other side to make everything look nice and smooth and cubed, just like the game. This is my first experience with an inverted tile. And, oh boy, this would have been a game changer back when I was a kid, because I was trying to make, like, crazy little spaceships, which hopefully I'll get back into, doing some mocks and stuff, but excited to see yet another piece added to the roster. Always good to see. Alright, a nice little kind of plate bracket combo on there in dark red. We're going to strengthen her up with some snot brackets on the sides there. Actually, oh yeah, so then those studs are at different heights. Interesting. Ooh, and tiny little 1x brackets. Okay. Okay. I like to see builds with snot. It's good to see that becoming more of a thing as I'm returning to Lego. I think it's good to show that off more so in a structured build. Because then that can expand someone's imagination into, oh, well, if I can do this in this build, what if I took, you know, this slope or this rounded piece or this entire structure I was thinking of building, you know, studs upward. Now I just attach it on the side with all these wonderful bracket pieces. Mwah, chef's kiss. Now you got a very creative person existing in the world. We need more of those. More creativity. Okay, so now we're taking dark gray of those ratchet pieces. And where did I go wrong? Uh-oh. 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 I skipped a... Yep, I skipped a 2x plate. Come on, chat. You gotta keep me accountable. Alright, now we can slide that in there. Get that in place. It's a nice little detail. Not sure if that's going to end up accepting anything, but I think it's a good little bit of detail, even if there's nothing ending. Blah, 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 blah. Welcome to the morning, which is almost over. Okay, what I was trying to say, nice bit of detail, even if nothing gets attached to that little bracket. Ta-da! Okay, and now we're taking some long curved slopies, flapping them on like that. Oh, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Help lock it in place with a 2x3 plate. Okay, we got the tiny little rounded slopes. Oh, stud shooters. Okay, okay. I'll add these for now. Probably gonna go back and remove them once I'm ready to display this, because they're really bulky. I have had some ideas to use these little stud shooters, like actually integrated into a build, try and make like a really beefy, almost Gundam cannon. So at least I'll have those for the future, so I can try that out. But it just doesn't seem to fit the size, the scale, the feeling of this for display. For play, they're great if you don't mind losing tiny little Lego pieces, because you are intentionally shooting some of the smallest Lego pieces to end up anywhere. I mean, they even warn you, don't shoot it at only Lego people in the eye. Hopefully they also mean humans. Don't shoot it at humans, because they do get going pretty quick. Okay, anyways. So we've got the lever action put in. We'll just put these slopes on here. Lap them on the side with those snot brackets. If I put it on the right way, that might work a bit better. I mean, heck, this almost looks like the beginnings of a interesting engine. Even. I'll be able to use some of these in maybe like kind of a almost internal combustion style V6 or something. That might be kind of cool on a spaceship. Okay, we got a white bracket, snot bit, classic snot. I don't know the official term for this one, but I'd call this guy, ignoring the normal bracket on there. That used to always be used for stereotypical Lego car headlights, so I would probably call that the headlight snot bracket. Be sure to boost engagement and comment below if you know the actual name. Even better, maybe link a brick link. You know, Help people out. They can't find out what the piece is unless you tell them. Just do it nicely. Do it nicely. Okay, now we're taking our long, shapely boy, slotting it in here, and okay. So now with that added, our scooter does seem to fit where it needs to. Okay. So that. Let's on to the next bit. Doodle-doo-doodle-doo-doo. Okay. Handlebar. Previously seen as ATV handlebars, but heck, I've even seen some spaceship mocks with this little guy. I think even on official like UCS X-Wing, Millennium Falcon, this guy in gray and a bunch of different colors makes great greebling, especially for Star Wars ships. That on there. Okay, okay, it's coming together. It's looking like a thing. Whole bunch of plates. In fact, like we're using the rest of these dark red jumpers to fill this area out, so we're probably getting another bin. I'd reckon. Kind of finish that nice angle. A nice angle on it. I need to stop skipping ahead. I was like, you should not be ending up with this as a spare. Just because I skipped again. I skipped again. Okay. Got that. Where did this go? Oh no. Here we go. Okay. Woo! Close call. Our nice big red piece. That might actually help kind of strengthen that whole arm. And then help lock that in place. Our 1x3. There we go. Okay, that seems a lot more reasonable for leftover parts. There's always an extra hilt, extra little lever for the stud shooters, and of course the small pieces, which for anyone wondering why there's always small pieces, it's kind of, as from what I've read, it's kind of for, oh, they're small, you might lose them, but it sounds like the main reason, oh, that was a weird voice crack, the main reason is because they don't count the pieces out, they weigh them. So based on the set and certain pieces, they know how much it's supposed to weigh. So with the smaller pieces, it's just easier to throw in that little extra to go slightly over the weight to ensure that they actually have the piece in the set. That's what I read. But you know, the internet, always telling the truth. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's one way to get bears off the screen. Okay, so we're keeping the same one, unlike the other sets I was doing recently where it had 3 instruction booklets for basically 3 bags, and it was a tiny little thing. Now, got that there, it looks like we're doing the traitorous clones from Order 66. Or as stated, Order 69, hey, nice. Crack open bag 2 with the clones and the helmets that every LEGO Star Wars fan loves. I'm definitely being truthful and not sarcastic or facetious. For anyone out of the loop, though, it's that extra hole up top. You can see the little bumpy bump where the earpiece is supposed to be, and that hole is specifically for antennas. Honestly, I think it serves its purpose of allowing connections for antenna, for visors, that sort of stuff, so that it's at the proper height for where they need to be. But yes, admittedly, they probably could have found a better design choice for this. But on the flip side, it's caused a massive customs market for specifically just helmets without holes. I will say they look really, really good. Especially if you can find some pad printing ones. The UV printing kind of leaves a weird dirt speckle texture. Okay. Slap some clones together. Those look like some generic 501st guys. Of course, with the identical faces, because they are clones of Mr. Jango the Fett. But it also doesn't really matter, because they're going to have their helmets on. There's no specific character, anything like that. One thing I do feel like LEGO needs to get back to is they used to do balaclavas for, say, like Scout Troopers and TIE Fighters and stuff. So it would be a black head and they'd print the face on it so that you can't see that weird skin. These ones are the most kind of weird around the back. It feels like they need at least a little bit of a neck seal around the edge. But overall, I do really like the 501st. Some of these come in one of the small battle packs with 501st and some cannon. That's their less treasonous LEGO set. This one is arguably concerning. They are trying to kill a little baby alien and the guy who's protecting the baby alien. There you go. Emperor Palpatine at his finest. Oh, right. Not forget their pew-pew weapon. If they can't pew-pew, how must they stop him? We'll have one guy nonchalantly trying to aim, but he will not be successful because Keller and Beck is a cool ass dude. Gonna deflect that shot, and it's gonna it already hit that guy. There we go. I'm a great storyteller this early in the is it afternoon yet? Ah, it's still morning. It's still morning. All right. Get some pieces off to the side. Need some bright green bars. Oh, those are probably for some internal structure. But we will be starting out with a headlight brick. What's that? Weird piece of off-molded plastic. Okay, so we've only got the one using basic trans red 1x1 round tile. Uh-oh, do I have to do temporary? No temporary knolling. These ones are kind of interesting. I think officially these versions of this part came from later waves of Bionicle or Hero Factory or something like that as like eyes. But the general same shape I remember originally being from like some what was that, like mid-90s or late 90s space themes that had like fiber optic lights and stuff in them, and these would be the caps for like the little lights that they would have. Perhaps one of these days I'll dig out that old set and rebuild it and do a retrospective. Because those are, ooh, I miss some classic space. Classic space. And, oh, an Ice Planet. Oh, Ice Planet, that's a good one. There's a new Ice Planet minifigure in a collectible series that just came out on the 4th. Fortunately, I could not find any in stores that weren't already being picked over. But I do have a box coming hopefully this week to open up and just see what we get. Fingers crossed, no duplicates. Okay. Lost track of myself again. Another headlight brick. Okay, so we got our white headlight brick, our old light / eye. Yeah, that's a headlight brick. Bam, there. And then we need a dark gray snot, all-sided snot. Need a black 1x1. Our round tile. Where... Oh, those looked like 2x2 plays, but they are 1x3s, and then... There we go. 1x3 jumper. That's like sort of knolling. I sort of knolled it. Alright, just making sure we're not making 2 of these, because it looks like there's enough pieces for 2 of them. Nope, it doesn't say. Okie day. Oh, speaking of Okie day, Jar Jar Binks. Kind of ironic. Ironic? Fitting. It's fitting that we found ourselves Kelleran Beck, played by Ahmed Best, I believe, who played Jar Jar Binks. But anyways, there's a Lego trailer, I believe, that came out either yesterday or early this morning, that seems to be for a show about some sort of dimension-breaking Star Wars calamity, where all of the bricks in the universe are being tangled and things are being flip-flopped. So Imperial things become Rebel things and vice versa. Looks like it's got Jedi Bob, classic yellow minifigure Jedi Bob. So fingers crossed we get a set with him. Classic dude. But I think one of the coolest thing that happens in that trailer, you got like a jet black Millennium Falcon that lands. That's pretty cool, but that's still not the coolest. It opens up and you're like, okay, who's it gonna be? Like Evil Rey or something? We've already seen. No, it's Sith Jar Jar. It's Sith MFing Jar Jar. Everybody wanted that, right? Which means if it's in a show, much higher chance that we will get a Darth or Sith Jar Jar figure. And that just blows my mind. Oh my goodness. Childhood dream for many. It is a fan theory that I was resistant to for quite a while. You know what? I'm behind it. I like it. Darth Jar Jar is pretty great. Oh, okay. So we are... Really? Are we only using one of those stickers? Oh, because the other one... see, we are doing another one. Oh, well. We'll follow the instructions. Okay, so this one is our weird little bar sticker on the end. Get under there. Snag the sticker. And set that to the side. I guess it doesn't matter which direction we put this on, as long as we align it with the tile. Rotated. Oh. Come on. Come on. Catch. Oh my god. Am I off by like a millimeter again? Half a millimeter? Oh my goodness, that was a rough one. For a moment there, I almost didn't make it. Come on. Focus. Oh, maybe. Oh, come on. You can do it. There you go. I don't know if you can see the edge of that dang sticker. I don't know why it's having so much trouble focusing now. I was like almost right to the edge. Big secret. It's not actually a secret. That's why I don't like stickers the most. If you're not great at applying stickers, which I thought I was at one point, it can just throw off the whole look, the whole build. It's a little crooked, it's a little weird. If you've got stickers that go on multiple pieces to try and make up one design, you've got weird gaps. Yeah, I told you we would be back. We would be back to the sticker rant. Okay. Interesting choice that one of these headlights wasn't swapped out for another one of those oh, then you wouldn't have been able to... Okay. Anyways, these panels can be swiveled a little easily, but we'll see how that ends up affecting it in the end. Slap it on there. Okay, they can't be swiveled as much once they're locked in. Doesn't that seem like it's... That's the thing, is then it feels like it's not sitting properly, but it is. Okay. Okay, so we got a little handle there, I guess, to help get into your scooter. Feeling a little on in age. The Jedi Order is being decimated by Order 66. Need a handle to get on up there. Okay, now we're building basically the exact same thing, but broken up. It looks like purely because of the stickered element, which, that's fine. That's fine. That way you don't have any weird confusion on where the stickers go. This seems like those could have gone together. Okay, so we're grabbing our light piece. That goes in the black snot. And then one by one. Oh, come on. Our one by one on the white headlight. With our, I'm guessing these are our engine thrusters. Red lighted engine thrusters. Okay. And then we've got our blank one on that side. And the other one will receive our kind of metallic, not bar light. Maybe it's a light. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. But we have it. It's a sticker. It's a sticker. Doing this. Here this way. Come on. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Looked like there was gonna be a tiny bubble in there, but I think we made it. That's a pretty good sticker placement. It feels like it's not sitting as flat as it could be. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I love stickers. I love them. Okay. And now, let me guess. Slap it onto the other side. Wow. Innovation. Come on. God, it just feels like it's not sitting right, but it's because the tiles can rotate. They can friggin' rotate. What am I looking for? Huh? Right. It's light gray. Light gray on a dark gray. Thought it was white, but it's my own fault. Okay, and we are getting... Oh, it's a 3x version of that, like, modified plate. The little 2x1 modified plates. Saw a lot of those in, what's that, Barracuda Bay set. Which I'm hoping to do some modifications to, so that'll probably show up. That's right, light gray again. I keep tricking myself. I'm also jumping ahead. Stop doing that, Mariello. Okay. Interesting. Taking this tiny little sort of 1.5 modified rounded plate with bar attachment. That sounds wordy, but that's probably the actual descriptor for this piece. A sandwich in there. Go opposite the ratchet bracket, and then we can put on our second inverted slope piece. Yeah, that looks right. That looks right. Not sure why they're using a pink piece. Okay, we're not even there yet. I'm jumping ahead again. I gotta stop it. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so because this piece has holes, bar holes through the studded area, and center it on itself. So it's kind of like a multi-purpose bracket, lift arm, jumper, modified, you know, all the buzzwords, every single buzzword. And tried to skip again. We got to put a little classic right angle, 2x2 with one corner stud missing, and then that is black jumper plates and this random pink piece. Likely be covered up. I don't know if that's a reference to something or if that's to prevent using the wrong piece, but there's no other single round 1x1 modified plate with bar hole. I'm not seeing any others in any other color right now, so I'm not sure how you could mix it up. Oh well. Okay. 1x1 tile. 2 times 1x2 in dark gray. That might just be the specific attachment place for Baby Yoda's pram. She hypothesized. And we get some brackets on there. Another one of our cool little slope bits that I'm jumping ahead again. Need to put 1x2 upward clip modified plate clip plate. There we go. Okay. I think I see where this is going. The light gray 1x2 plate on the bottom that just kind of locks everything together. Ooh, now we start getting into some color. Okay. Those 1x3s. Okay, we already covered up the pink brick. See, I was freaking out for no reason. Hypothesizing about the wrong things. We do now have a tan piece, which I guess, okay, and then the green bars, they really don't need to be green. I don't think the only other bars in this entire set are the lightsabers. And like, I feel like the color coding wouldn't be the issue here, even for like, say like a colorblind situation. They're not even in the same bags. Why is that not going all the way in? There we go. Need a little, well, I guess it wasn't elbow grease in that case. It was table grease to get that piece all the way in there. Okay, and then we get snot piece on like that, and then we've got a 1x2 little ingot piece. Come on. There you go, little ingot. Love these pieces. And that is going there. Ah, okay, that might be the backrest of the sidecar for when a normal sized person is utilizing it as a seat instead of a tiny green baby. Okay. We lock that in with an arch. Okay, yep. And then we try out with these lovely slope bits. Oh, it would help if I fill in that gap before we attach them. Not going to help much for the actual gripping power, but will prevent any of that. Well, most of that color will prevent most of that color from peeking through. It doesn't really matter that much because you probably cannot even see it on camera. I can see a tiny bit of pink and tan in there with pieces that I don't see why they needed to be color-coded. But oh well. Oh, well. It does feel like that needs a plate underneath it, but we'll leave it as is. Okay, so those are mostly secure, and a little bit of wiggle. We'll see what the swoosh test has to say. Where are we? Ah, there's our clip. Good old-fashioned ski piece, which I remember most in probably Trans Orange, the original Trans Neon Orange for Ice Planet. Pop that on there like so. And then there we go. We can utilize that little oh, already did it backwards. Gosh dang it. Okay. And then put some boat studs. Some boat studs, some boat studs. The Great Seattle Boat Stud. Set that slightly to the side as we are doing another sub build. Oh yeah, get some more red in there. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Powering through now. We got some normal slopes with the cutouts. There's some shape. Aha! You know what? We're gonna put this on here now because it'll be easier to hold the whole thing. Okay. At least, the thing I'm looking at on this is whether or not the sticker has been punched centered. It looks like it's mostly centered. Mostly. I don't know if you can... I mean, I can see it. Probably just because I got some sort of OCD, perhaps. But this side, over by my thumb, slightly wider from that white stripe. My other big complaint with stickers is if they punch them wrong, wait, you can't really do much. If it's off enough, customer service will likely help, but for something like this, I'm sure I could get a sticker sheet from customer service, but there's no guarantee it's going to be any better. Any better. Oh, why this one's psyching me out. You know, it's probably the curved surface. I can't judge properly where I should be centering this. Okay. And release. Oh, that got a little close. Rubbing sticker against a soft, flat surface. Try and get all the air out. Okay. I probably couldn't have done much better than that. But again, it's like the red is just slightly off, and it creates that weird separation. There's like this weird sticky bit here as well. Like, what happened there? What happened there? Oh well. Overall, it looks pretty good. Compared to other color matching issues, usually with like grays, honestly. This isn't terrible, but it does not match. It just doesn't. Like, too dark. Way too dark. The sticker, I mean. Anywho. Okay, now we're flipping it upside down. Slapping on some more stuff to really lock things in place. Allow for a little bar connector. Probably because we'll connect right there. And then, yep, inverted 2x2, a slope bit. Oh, did I already? Yeah, no, yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. I was skipping again. Okay, we gotta spin this. It's gotta be facing that way. So that we can... Oh, yeah, it's a good snap. I don't think that came through on the microphone, but that's a good snap. Ooh, okay, and with this this little bit here, it actually gives us a positive stop on where that needs to be. It can't go that far forward. It feels like it might want to go, like, total design-wise, it would probably be sloped a bit harsher. But we gotta remember, we're putting a big ol' baby pram in here, so... Yeah, this probably isn't exactly to scale. But it is quite alright. Okay, so now we're using the ratchet arm thingies with some 2 long Technic pins. Create our little couplers. The side of the car. Snap in there. Snap in there. We can take our speeder. Snap in down here. Oh, okay, no, they are on different levels, so they're a plate different. This one's slightly lower. The moment I thought I messed up, this one is a plate lower than that one. Everything's fine. And honestly, that might prevent it from wanting to twist as much with those on slightly different levels. That being said, even though this is probably supposed to be displayed or played with equidistant, since those are those snappy ratchet joints, you can, I guess, how far we can get without stressing. So you do a weird thing like that. It wouldn't be very comfortable, but perhaps there's a scene where they gotta get through a really tight gap and you gotta almost drop the entire sidecar. I will say it kind of would be nice if you could maybe fold up, but also you can't go too terribly far with these since they are on different levels. It's gonna cause some stress in the parts if you leave it anything but straight on. And I'll have to look to see if there's any of these little ratchet connectors that are double-sided and maybe only, would that be like a 3 long instead of 4 long? Reason being, when I'm looking at this, it just seems too far apart. You know, there's too much of a gap here. I want that to be a lot closer. Feels less like a sidecar and more like a tiny weird scooter that someone just like welded to a full-size BARC speeder. I don't know, maybe that's what the Jedi did, but I'm fairly certain I've seen BARC speeders with sidecars in the Clone Wars show, and it does appear like they're supposed to go together. Okay, a lot more extra pieces this time around, but we are done with the stickers. We can get rid of that nasty little thing. These parts off to the side. Our speeder there. We can get that out, and now we are on to the last bag. Oh, come on. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, little baby Yoda head. Now, this is my first experience with a Baby Yoda figure. I do have the Mandalorian N1 Starfighter that I still need to build. I quite like him. Little baby... A little baby torso. The arms don't move, but that's okay. The hands can't really hold anything, but I mean, for how small they are, I think the closest thing they'd be able to carry is like the hairpiece pins. Like the flame piece. The head is great. It's got some slightly flexible rubber, but it feels really solid. With play, I do feel like the eye printing would probably wear away off of the rubber, but overall, pretty solid. It's got a single anti-stud on the bottom, so you can attach him somewhere. Little Baby Yoda Grogu, sorry. Got a name now. Alright, so we need 4 of these little inkwell pieces and dark gray. Go. All this off to the side in this beautiful non-knolled pile. And then we need, ooh, 4 skis. We're really stepping it up. Okay, okay. Inkwell in like that. Oh, okay. I think I see where this is going, so they can attach to all the snot-mounted jumpers. Get our speeder back in here. Only slightly awkward to have to put that on in between. Would kind of like to see something in on that stud right there, just cap it off, but it's not the biggest deal. You cover it with the ski and it's fine. Adds a little bit of texture, I suppose. Okay, and then we can slap these on. So they're at least kind of straight. Right? Oh, that one you can't even see it, but that's fine. Okay, now we're making the pram. Where is it? It was one bag. Did I misappropriate? Oh, it's light gray again. It's not dark gray. It's light gray. I did it. Get a 2x2 jumper. Now we've got our inverted 2x2 slope here. Get some, they're not headlight bricks, albeit very close to it. The headlight bricks themselves have like a little notch in this stud is recessed by like half a plate. So it's interesting that they made a non-headlight version that helps immensely building detailed, intricate structures. Okay, just trying to get those a little aligned so that we can bring in some nice little arch bits and dark red rail pieces. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's see where they're going with this. Fill in the below gap here. Flap those onto the side, and now you got no gap. Cause if we were to install it this direction, that's like without the rail piece, you got a gap there. But ooh, that's a nice one, and it gives it a little bit of extra rounding. Good detail, good detail. Bam. And I'd say that's the pram done, but oh no, there's one extra little bit. You gotta get that on there, and then of course the jumper, Grogu to sit. Perfect. Doesn't close up, but I think that's a good approximation. Oh, and then I have to open that up to get the pram in. Oh, now see, now it's a perfect size. It's the perfect size for a little Grogu. Peeking his head up, being able to zoom along. Yeah, there we go. Now his face is lit up. Ah, but you'd think we would be done. Nay. They show you how to shoot and lose a bunch of these stud pieces. Not a fan, but okay. Come on, please don't bounce into a wild, wild place. Yep, that might be in my computer now. That's why you don't shoot them at people's eyes. But, like I said, I'm probably going to modify to remove those, make them a bit thinner with probably some gray bar pieces. Probably not this long. But that might be a little more form-fitting for the overall shaping of the BARC speeder. Admittedly, it does still feel weird. We never put anything on these brackets. And it does feel, especially from the top down, like we need some little arches there to kind of complete the shape. Again, I don't have any BARC reference pictures in front of me, so maybe that will be a future modification I will do. Okay, so with some clear pieces, it looks like they're only suggesting the one clear dish. We can make the pram float. But he's already locked in there, ready for the escape. So we're going to do this last little bit, and then I'm probably going to call it so I can get on to some other tasks for the day. This world's first Coruscant architecture being built before your eyes. Can't wait to see joke mocks of just like entire tables filled with just these lights, because as far as we know, this is all Coruscant looks like in the LEGO universe. If we ignore the games, of course, but a lot of the structures in the games, the LEGO games, are very flat, non-LEGO textured sort of deals. Okay. We get a 2x2 brick, and then this interesting little guy here, like a half cylinder. That's also somewhat new to me. Look how good that is. You couldn't have done that back in my day. Light gray 1x2 jumper, a 2x2 round jumper. Those are pretty great. Been using those a lot in designing some different plant placements and smaller palm trees for a pirate beach. That will probably end up on the channel at some point. Somewhat related to Barracuda Bay, but mostly only in the fact that it's LEGO Pirates. Okay, and then we've got our clear cylinder smacked onto our gray bar with a little stopper piece. That goes on upside down. Oh, no, don't look at the speeder. Don't do it. There you go. Decent enough for a light post. We stick it on there, and holy cow, is that it? Did we do it? We did it! We made it! There's nothing that goes on this jumper. We did it, though! Parts list in the back, LEGO service, all that jazz. Oh yeah, don't steal my points, my like 20 points. Don't do it. Alright, so let's get these extra pieces out of the way. Do a quick overview. Of course, we've got our minifigures. Get Grogu out of there. Oh, he's really in there. Okay. There we go. And we'll kind of go through everything. I suppose we can make the pram hover, sort of. It does somewhat work. It gets it off the ground, but it's fairly noticeable. We've got our two clones, very basic. You can see there's skin under there, which, you know, take it or leave it. Holes on the side of the head. No antenna pack. Alright. We got Keller and Beck, who is being a total badass, dual wielding. And of course, as shown at the top of the video, nice little gold printing. We got some metallic shine there on the Jedi belt. Comes with one of those soft fabric capes, so you don't have to worry about it sticking out like this. But also easy to get out of the way for when he needs to sit in the speeder. we will get to shortly. And then we've got Baby Yoda, or Grogu, as he now has a name. Although, in this flashback, I don't know if he had a name, if he was still called Grogu. I need to go watch the scene again. But this is during Order 66, and Kelleran Beck is getting him away safely while these two devious fellows, there's more than two in the show, try and kill him and the child. Just because Force sensitivity and Palpatine is jealous and he doesn't want anyone else to have fun. Yeah. Actually, another great thing, this flexible cape might be able to, yeah, just kind of nestle it behind him, and that's not gonna cause too much of an issue. Come on. And get his hands up, rotated just a little bit. Okay. Makes the BARC speeder look gigantic once you actually have the figures in there. But I think overall, pretty good build. Does still feel like these stickers didn't need to be stickers. Color's a bit weird. I can definitely see that one being a sticker. It's just, I don't think it needs the white part. Maybe that'd be too small of a sticker. I don't know. I think overall it's pretty good. For the instructions, I mean, smooth as ever. I still would like to see this sidecar a little bit closer, but once you get these little fins on there, and I also don't know if there's a double-sided version of this piece to make that a little bit shorter. Stud shooters, great for the play function, which, speaking of which, the swooshability, I think there's a great amount of kind of flesh in this build to be able to press and to hold. Press and to hold till death do you part. I think this is actually a pretty great one, which maybe explains why they boosted this one a plate higher than the front support, because you can kind of get your finger in there and it almost allows you to like balance it in a weird way with like thumb and finger, but like you can also kind of support on here. It's got some decent swooshability. It's, you know, that sort of stuff. Oh, I think it looks great. One thing I am noticing a massive lack for, there's nowhere to put Kelleran Beck's accessories. Is that what these, were we meant to do this? I don't think that's right. Now I get it, for like display purposes, you wouldn't even keep these anywhere near the thing. But for play, or you know, storing it away for the next time to play, I feel like there needs to be some clips somewhere. You know, maybe you could hide something under the pram, perhaps? I feel like that's the perfect length to be able to hide something there. Put some little clips it can grab onto probably the blade or the handle, and that would just store those away nicely. But for now, he's just gonna have to live with sticking his sabers into the side of the speeder, and hopefully he doesn't fly too close to any of the official LEGO Coruscant architecture. That might cut it apart. But yeah, overall, pretty good set. I think even for display, it's pretty decent. Probably do a couple of adjustments to it after rewatching the scene. That should wrap up for today. I'm gonna go grab me some food. So thank you for anyone who came to visit during the build stream. Hoping to get this edited as its own standalone video, whatever that may end up being. But thank you very much for joining, and have yourself a great rest of the day. Bye-bye!